So, Secret Wars. This is obviously going to be a big movie for Marvel. And this is gonna be this is gonna be Avengers 6. So Avengers 5, which was called Kang Dynasty, and we don't know if they're still keeping it Kang Dynasty. I believe in like some investor meetings or something, they're only calling it Avengers 5 at this point. So we'll see if Kang is gonna stick around or not. I've already said I think they should stick with Kang and give us what they promised and deliver a good villain. But we'll see where that goes. But Secret Wars is a huge film. Now we'll talk about this a little bit later, but you know, the suspicion is that Secret Wars is going to be I would say a defining moment in the MCU because it's possible we could get a soft reboot, maybe. Um, and if that is the case, that's a whole nother conversation. But for the film itself, Secret Wars itself, the expectation, and we don't know exactly what they're going to do, but the expectation is that Secret Wars is going to be this big, crazy film that is probably going to be similar to an event Infinity War or Endgame type of situation. Now in the comics, depending on which Secret Wars we're talking about, this was like a big old battle royale, royal rumble of all the superheroes and villains just getting down and dirty and fighting each other. Now, are they going to do that? We don't know. We don't know because there are two different versions of Secret Wars. Are they going to maybe take elements of that and mix it up? Maybe. We don't know. But I think a very important thing to kind of figure out is who's going to actually direct Secret Wars. So there have been a couple rumors already out on who it could be. And one of the rumors was Ryan Coogler. Some people were saying he should do it. I'm a Ryan Coogler fan as an artist, even though I disagree with certain decisions that he's made. But personally, Ryan would not be my first pick for Avengers Secret Wars. I just have trepidation about him taking on something on that scale. And who else was in the running? Oh, the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers in the past, they had expressed if they ever came back, Secret Wars, that was the one movie that they would come back for. But they've been busy. They've been doing production and all these other movies and stuff. So that's not on the table. So another rumor who is on the table for doing Avengers Secret Wars has been someone that had pretty good success in Marvel. And he recently did a movie during the pandemic that made a good chunk of money, and that was Sam Raimi. Yes, that's right. The former Spider-Man director who gave us, the Spider-Man 1, 2, and unfortunately 3 with the GOAT, Tobey Maguire. It's been talked about that he could be the potential director for Avengers Secret Wars. And in an interview, he had this to say when asked about it. He said, "I love 90% of the Marvel heroes that I've read in the great Stan Lee Marvel Universe comic books. I would love to work with Marvel again. They haven't reasonably asked me to. I hope they have a good experience with me. They haven't asked me yet. I hope they do. I don't. No, thank you." And it's not because I don't think Sam Raimi is a bad director. I think he's a good director. Again, he gave us Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, which were fantastic, and Spider-Man 3, not so much. Doctor Strange 2, it was cool for a little bit, but then there were some questionable things in there as well. But I don't trust Sam Raimi to do something as big as Secret Wars. Why? Because I didn't really like his approach to Doctor Strange 2. Um, Doctor Strange 2, when he came in to do this, and of course, we got receipts on hand. My man didn't even do his homework. He didn't do his homework. And this is straight up quote. He said here, I never saw all of WandaVision. I just seen key moments of some episodes that I was told directly impact our storyline. I'm not really sure what the WandaVision schedule was or how it changed. I just know that halfway or maybe 3/4 of the way into our writing process, I'd heard of this show they were doing and that we would have to follow it. There is absolutely no way I would want anyone touching Avengers Secret Wars that hasn't even done their homework. And if you think about it, Secret Wars potentially, especially if it's going to deal with the multiverse, you got to know everything. You can't come in there and be like, all right, what we working on? Who's Spider-Man? Get out. Get out. We don't get out. And I don't need you doing a last minute cram session of, all right, let me sit through and watch everything in the MCU and let me do all. No. I need a nerd. At this point, I need someone who is intimately knowledgeable about the franchise, the characters, and not just with Marvel, but also with Sony, because there is that possibility they're going to bring Venom in and Spider-Man from Tom Holland. They might do all that too. I need you to know all the things, all of them. And here's the thing. This wasn't it. This wasn't just it. He goes on to talk about this was also Elizabeth Olsen that had to help him. She went on to say, Marvel's truly a very collaborative space, and we're constantly being put with other directors and other writers. So they actually do listen when you go, I don't know. In WandaVision, we did this, so I don't think it really makes sense for us to do this then here. And Sam Raimi would just be like, great, I'm glad you explained it to me. Sir, I don't need on-the-job training. No, we're not. No, that's a pass. Seems like a great guy. Seems like a nice guy. You want to go do a Spider-Man 4 with Toby? I'm all for it. Go ahead. Have fun. Don't touch Secret Wars. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. And if I could just say this to Marvel Studios directly, when it comes to Avengers Secret Wars, I totally understand that schedules can be a problem. I understand that money can be a problem. But if you want this to be a success, you do need to go get the Russo brothers. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what you need to push aside and to make things work. If you want a fulfillion dollars, go get the Russo brothers, because you cannot afford to have anybody else come in and fumble this bag for y'all. This is not the time to go get a new director. This is not the time to get a director that has not done their homework and is not familiar with all the characters, all the stories, or even the crossover things that are canon or not canon. Do you want all the monies? Because if you do, you have to go get the Russo brothers. This is almost at the point where it's a non-negotiable. I don't know what any other director that you go get at this point outside of Steven Spielberg or something of, some grand name like that. You're leaving money on the table. Now, don't get me wrong. Avengers Secret Wars is going to make $1 billion easy. It's gonna probably even make $2 billion easy. But do you want that $3 billion? Do you want the $4 billion? Do you want all the monies? Because if you do, you go get those Russo brothers, and I promise you that is going to be a huge adrenaline shot into the MCU, unlike anything we've seen in a long time. You tell people right now, the Russo brothers are coming back. They're doing Avengers Secret Wars. All those people All of y'all out there sitting here talking about, I'm done with Marvel. Marvel's dead. I guarantee everybody will be back. Everybody. All of y'all. Every single one of y'all. And I'm talking to all of y'all talking about Marvel's in shambles. Marvel's dead. All of y'all coming back if they say the Russos are doing Secret Wars. Y'all coming back. I know it. Anyway, y'all let me know, what do you think about this whole thing with Sam Raimi wanting to do Avengers Secret Wars? Do you think maybe Marvel should give him a shot? Maybe they should say, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and see what you can do. Or should they move on to someone else and continue ignoring him the way they've been doing? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.